Hey everyone, it's Alex, and I am back with another video preview for the 73rd Tony Awards. Today I'm here to talk about all the Special Achievement Award winners. And the Tony Awards every year give out a lot of special awards. So much so that I always just make one big long video where I read off the press releases for all of them. Because if I were to make a separate video for each of them, it would take me a lot of time to film and edit them that I don't have, and nor would I want to spend that much time filming and editing such small videos back to back to back. And since the announcements for these awards are often always a day after each other, I find it's easier to just wait until they all come out and then make one big long video where I talk about all of them at once. And I'm going to be doing that again this year. So some of the special honors that the Tony Awards give out every year are Special Tony Awards for Lifetime Achievement in the Theater, the Isabelle Stevenson Award, which is given out based on somebody's charity work, Special Tony Awards, which are sometimes given out for particular achievements in the past Broadway season, Tony Honors for Excellence in the Theater, which awards people who work in the theater in professions that aren't usually recognized at the Tonys or other theater award shows. And then finally, the Regional Theater Award, which obviously goes out to a small theater that's not part of Broadway or off-Broadway. Now, given that I have so many press releases to read, I'm not going to go in depth about my own thoughts on the winners, given that I don't follow theater as much as I do film. I'm just going to assume that the people who are being chosen for these awards are very well deserving, and many of them are familiar even to people like me, and there's a good chance that even if you're not a follower of theater yourself, you might recognize one or two of these names that I'm going to be highlighting. But let's not waste any more time and dig right in to who all these special winners are. So I'll be starting off with the recipients for the Special Tony Awards for Lifetime Achievement in the Theater. The 2019 Special Tony Awards for Lifetime Achievement in the Theater will be bestowed on a trio of legendary Broadway veterans. On April 25th, the Tony Awards Administration Committee has announced that Tony Award-winning actress Rosemary Harris, Tony Award-winning playwright Terrence McNally, and multiple Tony-nominated composer and musician Harold Wheeler will be the 2019 honorees. We are thrilled to recognize Rosemary, Terrence, and Harold with the Special Tony Awards for Lifetime Achievement in the Theater, said Heather Hitchens, president of the American Theater Wing, and Charlotte St. Martin, president of the Broadway League, in a statement. They are pioneers in each of their crafts, and their contributions to American theater and culture has been immeasurable. And now here's a little bit about each of the recipients. Rosemary Harris. Rosemary Harris, a Tony Award winner for Best Actress for her performance in The Lion in Winter, is currently starring as Mrs. Higgins in Lincoln Center Theater's award-winning production of Lerner and Loewe's My Fair Lady. Her other 25 Broadway credits include Tony nominations for The Royal Family, Waiting in the Wings, the LCT production of Edward Albee's A Delicate Balance, Hay Fever, Pack of Lies, Heartbreak House, and Old Times. She won the Theatre World Award for The Climate of Eden and was a founding member in Ellis Rabb's APA Phoenix Company. Her London theatre credits include Dame Laurentia McLaughlin with John Gielgud in his farewell theatre performance in The Best of Friends, All My Sons, Desdemona opposite Richard Burton in Othello, and at the Royal National Theatre, Ophelia with Peter O'Toole in Hamlet, and Yelena with Laurence Olivier in his celebrated production of Uncle Vanya. Her off-Broadway credits include All Over, for which she won an Obie Award in 2003. Her film roles include Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy, where she played Aunt May, and Tom and Viv, for which she received an Oscar nomination. On the TV side, she is an Emmy Award winner for Notorious Woman and a Golden Globe Award winner for Holocaust. Next up, Terrence McNally. Terrence McNally has had a remarkably far-ranging career, including at least one new work on Broadway in each of the last 6 decades. A revival of his play Frankie and Johnny and the Claire de Lune begins performances on Broadway on May 4th, starring Audra McDonald and Michael Shannon. In 2018, he was inducted into the American Academy of Arts and Letters. He is a recipient of the Dramatists Guild Lifetime Achievement Award and the Lucille Lortel Lifetime Achievement Award. He has won 4 Tony Awards for his plays Love, Valor, Compassion, and Masterclass, and his musical books for Kiss of the Spider-Woman and Ragtime. He has written a number of TV scripts, including Andre's Mother, for which he won an Emmy Award. He has received 2 Guggenheim Fellowships, a Rockefeller Grant, 4 Drama Desk Awards, 2 Lucille Lortel Awards, 2 Obie Awards, and 3 Hull Warrener Awards from the Dramatists Guild. In 1996, he was inducted into the Theatre Hall of Fame. He wrote the libretto for the operas Great Scott and Dead Man Walking, both with music by Jake Hedgie. Other plays include Mothers and Sons, Lips Together, Teeth Apart, The Lisbon Traviata, A Perfect Ganesh, The Visit, The Full Monty, Corpus Christi, Bad Habits, Next, The Ritz, Anastasia, It's Only a Play, Where Has Tommy Flowers Gone, and The Stendhal Syndrome. And finally, Harold Wheeler. Harold Wheeler is an accomplished orchestrator, composer, conductor, record producer, and arranger. In a career spanning more than 5 decades, he has received numerous accolades, including Emmy, Tony, and Drama Desk nominations, and a Lifetime Achievement Award from the NAACP Theatre Awards. Born in St. Louis, Missouri, Wheeler began studying piano at age 5, when he played for Sunday school at his church. He continued his studies through elementary and high school, which eventually led him to Howard University. While at Howard, Wheeler met other budding musical talent, including Roberta Flack, Donny Hathaway, and his future wife, Hattie Winston. Upon graduating, he attended the Masters of Music program at the Manhattan School of Music in New York. Although best known for his 17 seasons as musical director for the ABC show Dancing with the Stars, Wheeler has enjoyed many years of success over several mediums. Wheeler started his career as an assistant program director for CBS FM radio and began composing his own music and coaching other performers. Wheeler's talents led him to legendary composer Burt Bacharach, who hired him to conduct his musical Promises, Promises. At the time, Wheeler became the youngest conductor on Broadway. He would go on to work on some of Broadway's most memorable shows, including Ain't Supposed to Die a Natural Death, A Chorus Line, The Wiz, Lena Horne, The Lady and Her Music, and Dreamgirls. He has earned 6 Tony Award nominations for his work on The Life, Little Me, Swing, The Full Monty, Hairspray, and Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, and won a Drama Desk Award for his work on Hairspray. In addition to his theater work, Wheeler gained extensive experience in television and film. In 1971, he formed his own Jingle House. Throughout the decade, he composed, arranged, and produced more than 500 jingles for companies such as Pepsi, Coca-Cola, TWA, United Airlines, McDonald's, and Folgers. Wheeler has served as musical director for special events including the Primetime Emmy Awards, the People's Choice Awards, the Democratic National Convention, and the American Film Institute Awards, and served as co-musical director for the opening and closing ceremonies of the 1996 Olympics. Wheeler was the second African American to conduct the Academy Awards, and has done so on 4 occasions. In 2018, he earned an Emmy nomination for Outstanding Music Direction for his work on the 90th Academy Awards. Wheeler has arranged and produced for Aretha Franklin, Anita Baker, Peebo Bryson, Della Reese, Nina Simone, B.B. King, Smokey Robinson, Diana Ross, Freda Payne, Kathleen Battle, Ray Charles, Stevie Wonder, Al Green, Joe Cocker, Dizzy Gillespie, Gloria Gaynor, Whitney Houston, Stephanie Mills, and Debbie Allen, among scores of other performers. Next up, the Isabelle Stevenson Award. The Tony Awards Administration Committee has announced that two-time Tony Award-winning and two-time Emmy Award-winning actress Judith Light will receive this year's Isabelle Stevenson Tony Award. Light will be recognized for her advocacy to end HIV/AIDS and her support for LGBTQ+ and human rights. The Isabelle Stevenson Award is presented annually to a member of the theater community who has made a substantial contribution of volunteer time and effort on behalf of one or more humanitarian, social service, or charitable organizations. To be so generously acknowledged by the American Theater Wing, the Broadway League, and the Tony Awards, and to be included with these outstanding individuals who have received this honor before me, has been one of the most extraordinary gifts I have ever received in my life. The HIV/AIDS and LGBTQ+ communities are inspirations and demonstrations of how to be and live in the world. Courageous, honorable, and uplifting. They inspire me, and it is my privilege to be of service to them. I am humbled by this recognition from my theater family, whom I so respect, honor, and love, said Light. Advocacy through activism and art. Since the early days of the AIDS pandemic, Light has reacted to the divisive response towards the LGBTQ+ community by speaking out and aligning herself with numerous organizations, including Broadway Cares, Equity Fights AIDS, GLAAD, Names Project, AIDS Memorial Quilt, Project Angel Food, the Elton John AIDS Foundation, among many others. Light's commitment to each cause has come in various forms throughout the years. In 1993, she spoke at the LGBT March in Washington. In 1995, Light rode her bike from San Francisco to Los Angeles in the California AIDS Ride to support HIV/AIDS programs for the Los Angeles Gay and Lesbian Center. In 1996, she joined Elizabeth Taylor, who served as Grand Marshal at the National Mall in Washington, D.C. for the display of the Names Project AIDS Memorial Quilt. In 1998, GLAAD recognized Light with the Vision Award for her dedication to fight HIV/AIDS alongside the LGBTQ+ community. Light traveled to South Africa for the AIDS Walk to raise awareness for on-the-ground care in South Africa and research in the United States. Countless times, Light has lent her voice at Outfest, the LGBTQ+ oriented film festival in Los Angeles, and she sits on the honorary board of Point Foundation, which is the National LGBTQ+ Scholarship Fund. She has participated in Broadway Cares, Equity Fights AIDS, Gypsy of the Year competition, and Broadway Bears. She continues to push boundaries with her roles in Jill Soloway's Transparent, Ryan Murphy's The Assassination of Gianni Versace, American Crime Story, and the film Save Me, written by her husband Robert Desiderio, which Light produced and starred in. The film explored the subject of reparative therapy in a way that has rarely been done before. She has also starred in The Ryan White Story. These roles continue to create conversations about prejudice and bigotry towards HIV/AIDS and LGBTQ+ communities. Judith is one of the most beloved members of our theater community, said Charlotte St. Martin, president of the Broadway League, and Heather Hitchens, president of the American Theater Wing, in a statement. Her talent is as big as her heart and spirit, and her tireless commitment to HIV/AIDS organizations and to the LGBTQ community are unparalleled. We are honored to salute Judith at this year's Tony Awards. About Judith Light. Light is known for her extensive body of television, film, and stage work. This fall, she stars in the musical finale of Transparent, Amazon Prime's Golden Globe-winning series, created by Jill Soloway, for which she received a Golden Globe nomination and multiple Emmy and Critics' Choice nominations. She will also be starring in Ryan Murphy's Netflix series The Politician with Bette Midler and Ben Platt. Last year, her role in Ryan Murphy's FX series The Assassination of Gianni Versace, American Crime Story garnered her an Emmy nomination and a Critics' Choice nomination. Light also stars with Alec Baldwin and Mandy Patinkin in Before You Know It, which premiered at Sundance and was picked up by distributor 1091, and Lifetime's Nellie Bly with Christina Ricci. Upcoming, Light can be seen in the film Hot Air with Steve Coogan. In 2017, Light starred in God Looked Away with Al Pacino at the Pasadena Playhouse. In 2016, the play All the Ways to Say I Love You garnered her a Drama League Award nomination. For the Broadway production of Terrence with Keira Knightley, Light won an Outer Critics Circle Award. In 2012 and 2013, Light won 2 consecutive Tony and Drama Desk Awards for her performances in Other Desert Cities and The Assembled Parties. These 2 performances dubbed her the first actress in nearly 2 decades to win 2 consecutive Tonys. For the Pulitzer Prize-winning play Wit at MCC Theater, she was awarded the Helen Hayes and Elliot Norton Awards. In 2011, Light received a Tony nomination for her role as Marie Lombardi in Lombardi, directed by Thomas Kail. Light starred in and produced the film Save Me, written by her husband Robert Desiderio, which premiered at Sundance in 2007. The year before, Light could be seen in the indie film Ira and Abby. Some of her other TV credits include Ugly Betty, for which she received an Emmy nomination, Law & Order Special Victims Unit, Dallas, Who's the Boss, and One Life to Live, for which she won 2 consecutive daytime Emmys. Alright, next up, the recipients of this year's special Tony Awards for achievements in this past Broadway season. The Tony Awards Administration Committee has announced the recipients of 3 2019 Special Tony Awards. Sonny, Tilders, and Creature Technology Company, the creators of the character / puppet Kong for King Kong, musical director and arranger Jason Michael Webb, and the late actress and advocate Marin Mazzie. They will be recognized on June 9th for their outstanding contributions to the theater community. Sonny, Tilders, and Creature Technology Company are being recognized for their creation of Kong in King Kong. The product of an extraordinary technical design, Kong is 20 feet tall, 2,000 pounds, comprised of 1,000 feet of electrical cable and 16 microprocessors, and is operated by a team of 13 highly skilled puppeteers. Jason Michael Webb is being awarded for his outstanding arrangements for Choir Boy at Manhattan Theater Club. The show features 10 songs, a combination of gospels, hymns, and ballads, all of which showcase Jason's powerful arrangements. Marin Mazzie, who passed away last September, is being honored for her advocacy and leadership within the theater community as a brave and dedicated voice for women's health issues and organizations such as the Ovarian Cancer Research Foundation. We are honored to recognize these 3 special Tony Awards this season. These artists have demonstrated outstanding passion and dedication, said Heather Hitchens, president of the American Theater Wing, and Charlotte St. Martin, president of the Broadway League, in a statement. Sonny and Creature Technology Company's Kong embodies extraordinary design, technical complexities, and sophisticated emotional capabilities. Jason's a cappella arrangements in Choir Boy are transformative. Marin was and is a beacon of light for our community by advocating women's health issues. About the honorees. Sonny Tilders, creature designer, is known for his innovative puppet and creature design across the theatrical, film, and television fields. He is CEO and creative director of Creature Technology Company, the Australian-based team famous for bringing a level of scale, realism, and sophistication of movement never seen before in live puppetry with Walking with Dinosaurs, Arena Spectacular. Jason Michael Webb is a writer, musical director, arranger, orchestrator, lecturer, and a lover of music. From conducting orchestras to writing and arranging music for former President Barack Obama's 2013 inauguration ceremony, Jason has dedicated his life to using music to heal, uplift, and encourage. Mr. Webb recently served as musical director of the gorgeous Tony and Grammy-winning 2016 Broadway revival of The Color Purple, and now serves as music director and arranger for Cynthia Erivo. Other credits include music supervisor and arranger for Disney's Frozen Live at the Hyperion, and association production music supervisor for Pasek and Paul's The Greatest Showman. Mr. Webb has also served as Associate Musical Director of Broadway shows including Motown the Musical, Leap of Faith, and Violet. Mr. Webb's writing can also be heard on the hit TV series Empire, the Netflix film Juanita starring Alfre Woodard, and the new South African musical Wildflower. When three-time Tony Award-nominated actress Marin was first diagnosed with ovarian cancer in 2015, she made the decision to speak publicly about her battle and dedicate herself to supporting the Ovarian Cancer Research Foundation. The actors funds Phyllis Newman's Women's Health Initiative and other related organizations. During this time, while undergoing extensive radiation treatments, Marin never stopped working. She toured the country, performing alongside her husband Jason Daniely, and starred on Broadway in Lincoln Center Theater's revival of The King and I. Her courage and her commitment galvanized our community and served as a beacon of light for fans the world over. In September 2018, Marin's battle with cancer came to its tragic end. This special Tony Award honors her legacy of leadership and celebrates her unwavering strength. And now the honorees for the Tony Honors for Excellence in the Theater. The Tony Awards Administration Committee has announced that they will present the 2019 Tony Honors for Excellence in the Theater to 4 outstanding contributors to the Broadway industry. Broadway Inspirational Voices founded by Michael McElroy, Peter Entin, retired Vice President of Theater Operations for the Shubert Organization, Joseph Blakely Forbes, founder and president, Scenic Art Studios Incorporated, and FDNY Engine 54, Ladder 4, Battalion 9. The Tony Honors for Excellence in the Theater were established in 1990 and are awarded annually to institutions, individuals, and/or organizations that have demonstrated extraordinary achievement in theater but are not eligible in any of the established Tony Award categories. We are thrilled to present the 2019 Tony Honors to such an incredible group this year. Broadway Inspirational Voices, Peter Entin, Joseph Blakely Forbes, and the FDNY Engine 54, Ladder 4, Battalion 9 are the unsung heroes of our community, said Heather Hitchens, president of the American Theater Wing, and Charlotte St. Martin, president of the Broadway League. Their contributions to our industry are invaluable, and they are each beyond deserving of this recognition. About the honorees. Broadway Inspirational Voices is a diverse professional choir of Broadway artists united to change lives through the power of music and service. The company was founded by Michael McElroy in 1994 as the Broadway Gospel Choir, and in 1999 reincarnated to its current name. In 2010, BIV became a 501c3 nonprofit organization whose mission consists of providing hope to inspire and transform youth in need through music and the arts. In addition to numerous concerts, the Grammy-nominated choir has performed with award-winning artists such as Mariah Carey, the Yeah Yeah Yeahs, Sting, Elton John, Vanessa Williams, Heather Headley, and Billy Porter. BIV has been featured on The Late Show with David Letterman, the Rosie O'Donnell Christmas Special, multiple Tony Awards telecasts, Smash, and America's Got Talent. Peter Entin, a native New Yorker, graduated from Cornell University and received a master's degree in theater administration from the Yale University School of Drama. He was hired by the Shubert Organization in 1974, beginning a remarkable 43-year career with the company. He made a steady rise through the ranks to the position of Vice President of Theater Operations, a position he held for more than a decade until his retirement in June 2017. Peter became one of the most prominent and well-respected executives in the theater industry, overseeing the operations of 17 historic Broadway theaters owned by the Shubert Organization. Over those years, he also directed operations of Shubert-run theaters in Boston, Los Angeles, Philadelphia, and Washington, D.C. As an active member of the theater community, Peter generously donated his time and talent to a range of not-for-profit arts organizations, as well as playing an active role at Broadway Cares, Equity Fights AIDS, and the Actors Fund. He also taught theater management at the Columbia University School of the Arts from 1979 to 2017. He served on the Board of Governors of the Broadway League as a trustee of Local 306 Theater Employees Health Fund, and was also a trustee of the Treasurers and Ticket Sellers Local 751 Pension Fund. Upon graduating from the University of North Carolina, Greensboro, with a BFA in scene design, Joseph Forbes moved to New York to attend classes at Lester Polakov's Studio and Forum of Stage Design. Forbes became a member of United Scenic Artists Local 829 in 1979 and began his professional career at Nolan's Scenery Studios, where he painted several iconic Broadway productions including Annie, Cats, A Chorus Line, and Evita, to name a few. In 1994, Forbes founded Scenic Art Studios Incorporated, which has become the premier scene painting studio for Broadway scenery. Since its inception, the company has created backdrops, sculptures, and painted built scenery for more than 350 Broadway productions, which include The Book of Mormon, Kinky Boots, Hello Dolly, A Bronx Tale, School of Rock, Beetlejuice, and Beautiful the Carole King musical. In an effort to share his love for scene painting, Joseph founded the Studio and Forum of Scenic Arts in 2004, a not-for-profit school, where he still enjoys being an instructor. It is the studio's mission to teach the traditional skills of scene painting, while incorporating new materials and techniques. His passion for teaching also led him to Purchase College, where he was a lecturer in theater design and technology for 12 years. FDNY Engine 54 Ladder 4 Battalion 9 is located on 8th Avenue between 48th Street and 49th Street, right in the heart of the theater district, and their motto, "Never Missed a Performance," is reflective of the community they serve. The Pride of Midtown lost 15 firefighters on September 11, 2001, the most of any firehouse in the city, and they have stood strong ever since with a memorial outside of the firehouse honoring their fallen comrades. The company is an integral part of the theater community, conducting fire inspections in each of the theaters, and having one of the fastest response times in the city. Since its inception in 1865, FDNY has helped lead efforts to make New York the safest big city in the nation. This accomplishment requires a steadfast and daily commitment to maintaining the department's core values. To that end, FDNY members are sworn to serve and protect life and property. And then finally, the last award, the Regional Theater Award. And the Regional Theater Tony Award goes to TheatreWorks Silicon Valley in Palo Alto, California. On April 29th, the Tony Awards Administration Committee announced that the company will be honored at the 2019 Tony Awards ceremony, just in time for its 50th anniversary season. The Regional Theater Tony Award is selected based on the recommendation by the American Theater Critics Association, and will be accompanied by a grant of $25,000, made possible by City National Bank's generous support of the Creative Arts Awards. We are thrilled to present the 2019 Regional Theater Tony Award to TheatreWorks Silicon Valley, said Charlotte St. Martin, president of the Broadway League, and Heather Hitchens, president of the American Theater Wing, in a statement. The work they produce celebrates the human spirit. They have helped develop hundreds of vibrant new plays and musicals that are now being performed in theaters across America, and they have pioneered education programs that inspire thousands of students each year, creating future generations of creative artists and enthusiastic audiences. I am deeply honored to accept the Regional Theater Tony Award for TheatreWorks Silicon Valley, said the company's founding artistic director Robert Kelly, who is launching his 50th and final season as artistic director of the company he created as a new Stanford graduate, concluding one of the largest tenures of any professional regional theater. I can think of no better way to begin TheatreWorks' 50th anniversary season than with this highest honor, a testament to the passion and imaginative spirit of the artists whose work has been presented on TheatreWorks' stages. There is a joy here, a warmth to the creative process that many have found inspiring. For me, that joy has been worth a lifetime. We dedicate this award to the many thousands of brilliant theater artists and fiercely committed staff, trustees, and community supporters who have shared our work for half a century, said TheatreWorks Silicon Valley Executive Director Phil Santora. This is a profound honor. Our thanks go out to our myriad dedicated supporters, funders, and staff, and to the American Theater Wing and the Broadway League for this recognition and their enduring commitment to the art of theater. About TheatreWorks Silicon Valley. Since its founding in 1970, TheatreWorks Silicon Valley has become one of the nation's leaders in cultivating and producing new musicals and plays, developing and presenting 69 world premieres, with the 70th coming up this season, by new and veteran artists, in addition to the 167 regional premieres and hundreds of works developed in the company's New Works initiatives. The company's annual New Works Festival and Writers Retreat programs attract authors and composers of national stature, such as Rajiv Joseph, Stephen Schwartz, Beth Henley, Paul Gordon, Marcia Norman, Henry Krieger, Duncan Sheik, Jules Pfeiffer, Joe DiPietro, and Andrew Lippa, among many others, providing an artistic home in which America's theater artists can create new works. The company has developed scores of works which have gone on to regional, off-Broadway, and Broadway productions. Notably, the Best Musical Tony Award and Olivier Award-winning Memphis was first workshopped and received its world premiere at TheatreWorks. TheatreWorks Silicon Valley is an equity LORT theater, producing 8 shows annually, playing to more than 100,000 patrons a year. TheatreWorks is dedicated to creating works that celebrate the human spirit and reflect the diversity of its community, with a profound history of inclusive casting and selecting or creating works that shine a light on the experiences of the diverse populations of the Bay Area. TheatreWorks offers myriad outreach programs, reaching some 25,000 students annually, with in-class workshops, student matinees, summer camps, the Young Playwrights Project, the acclaimed Oscar School Tour, which addresses issues such as bullying, stress, and inclusion, the Children's Healing Project at Lucille Packard Children's Hospital, which serves children in long-term care and their siblings, and a newly piloted theater program for children at Ronald McDonald House. Whew, that's a lot of reading, but I've got through all the press releases. Those are all the special award winners of the Tony Awards this year. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of these winners, and be sure to subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell if you haven't already done so you can get all my new videos as soon as they're uploaded. And I will be back sometime in the coming weeks with my video about the Tony Awards nominations. So until then, I will see you guys next time. Bye!